This is the hour where everything changes for you. Hear this clearly. The season of financial drought is over, and the season of divine provision has begun. You have been marked by heaven, chosen for a supernatural release of wealth, and nothing can stop it. From this moment forward, you will never walk in lack again. The chains of scarcity are breaking, the doors of abundance are opening, and rivers of provision are flowing toward you. This is not coincidence. This is divine decree. You are stepping into a new reality where money will never run dry. If this word resonates in your spirit, do not wait, do not hesitate. Act in faith right now. Subscribe, like, and declare in the comments, "I will never lack again." Your agreement is your activation. Every step you take in alignment seals your destiny of wealth and abundance. This is not just a video. This is your prophetic connection. Move quickly, for delay only hinders what heaven is releasing to you today. Hear me clearly. You will never lack money again. This is not wishful thinking. This is not the echo of your own imagination. This is the decree of heaven over your life. You have stepped into a season where divine provision will overtake you. What once was scarce will become abundant. What once slipped through your fingers will now remain in your hands. From this day forward, you will know money not as a fleeting visitor, but as a constant companion ordained to serve you. This is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is divine timing. Every battle you have faced, every tear you have shed, every restless night wondering how the bills would be paid, all of it has been leading you to this very moment. God Himself has spoken, and when He speaks, lack cannot remain. Scarcity cannot survive in the atmosphere of His abundance. Poverty must bow, because the decree has gone forth. You will never lack money again. Picture this: debts dissolving like smoke in the wind. Picture overdue bills stamped as paid. Picture unexpected resources arriving at your doorstep, not through toil alone, but through favor that only heaven can orchestrate. Doors that were shut tight are opening for you. Opportunities that once passed you by are turning back in your direction. Streams of income are forming in places you never imagined. You are walking into a flow where provision meets you before the need even arises. This is holy ground. You are standing in the announcement of your financial destiny. What you hear now is not entertainment, it is prophecy. You are chosen for a financial transfer, marked to carry abundance, set apart for wealth that has a divine assignment attached to it. This is the beginning of your financial reformation. Your future will not resemble your past, because the voice of God has shattered the old cycle. Lift your faith and receive this declaration. You are stepping into wealth. You are stepping into overflow. You are stepping into provision that will never run dry. The heavens have spoken, and the earth will align. You will never lack money again. You are standing in the middle of a divine shift. What once felt immovable is now trembling under the weight of heaven's hand. Finances that seemed far from your reach are being pulled into your life. Wealth that was locked away is now being released. Resources that were hidden are suddenly being uncovered, revealed, and delivered to you. This is not imagination. This is a supernatural reordering. The kingdom is moving in your favor, and nothing can resist its power. There are moments in history when heaven realigns the earth. This is one of those moments for you. The tables are turning, and where once you were the borrower, you will now stand as the lender. Where once you were overlooked, now you will be chosen. Where once your hands were empty, they will overflow. God is shifting wealth, and He has chosen you as a recipient of this transfer. See it clearly in your spirit. Finances moving like rivers, redirected from one place to another, flowing toward your life. The opportunities that were denied to you are now circling back with new favor. The doors that men tried to close are being forced open by unseen hands. Even contracts, promotions, partnerships, and investments that seemed impossible are being aligned for your name to be written upon them. The money that once felt so distant is now being drawn magnetically into your possession. Do not think this is man's doing. It is not the economy, it is not politics, it is not coincidence. This is heaven's orchestration. The same God who placed gold in the earth, who commanded ravens to feed the prophet, who multiplied bread and fish before the multitude, that same God is now moving finances into your hands. He is unlocking vaults, shifting ledgers, redirecting streams, and positioning people to bless you. This divine shift is sudden, it is unstoppable, and it is strategic. You are being positioned for influence, for freedom, and for provision beyond your natural strength. Do not fear the delays of the past, for they are being overturned. Do not be discouraged by what you do not see, for even now, behind the scenes, resources are being rearranged. Heaven is ensuring that what belongs to you will reach you. This is the turning point. This is the moment when your destiny takes a financial leap forward. Receive this in faith. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered. Your favor is being announced in places you have never stood, and your wealth is being shifted from hidden places into your visible hands. The divine transfer is here, and you are chosen to receive it. For too long, you have carried the weight of financial struggle. You have known the sting of living paycheck to paycheck, stretching little to cover much, wondering how long the cycle would continue. You have felt the shame of unpaid bills, the anxiety of mounting debts, and the disappointment of dreams delayed. Poverty has left scars on your heart, not just in your bank account, but in your confidence, in your hope, in your very identity. But hear this prophetic word. Those chains are breaking right now. The curses that held your family for generations are being shattered. The cycles that seemed unending are ending tonight. The poverty that once defined your story will never define you again. You are stepping out of lack and into liberty. You are moving from survival into overflow. Poverty was never your inheritance. Abundance has always been your destiny. Can you feel it? The snapping of invisible shackles around your finances. The release of burdens you have carried for years. The heavy yoke of scarcity lifting from your shoulders. This is not imagination. This is the supernatural breaking of poverty's grip. What enslaved you is losing its power. What mocked you is losing its voice. What chased you is being silenced forever. Look at the patterns that once ruled your life, the endless striving, the doors that would not open, the opportunities that slipped through your hands. These were not random. They were symptoms of a spiritual chain. But chains cannot survive in the presence of divine fire. And right now, the fire of heaven is consuming every link. You are being loosed. You are being released. You are being redefined. Do not allow your past to dictate your future. You may have been born into struggle, but you are reborn into abundance. You may have carried the identity of the poor, but you are now crowned with the identity of the prosperous. This is your divine exchange. Shame for glory, lack for plenty, anxiety for peace. You are rising into a new chapter where money will no longer be a master over you, but a tool in your hands. This breaking is final. It is not temporary relief. It is permanent deliverance. The cycles that bound your parents, your grandparents, and those before them will not touch you again. You are the curse breaker, the one chosen to carry wealth where once there was none. Generational chains are being reversed, and your lineage will know abundance because you stood in faith today. Lift your voice and believe this truth. You are free from poverty. You are delivered from lack. You are stepping into the life heaven prepared for you, a life of financial freedom, stability, and prosperity. The chains are broken, and you will never walk in bondage again. You are about to witness what it means to go from nothing to everything in a moment. The season of drought is turning into a flood. What was once empty is about to overflow. This is not a gradual trickle. This is sudden abundance. Heaven is not sending you a drop. It is releasing a downpour. You will look around and wonder, how did this happen so quickly? And the answer will be clear. It was the hand of God. Get ready for unexpected deposits. Money you did not anticipate is being transferred into your account. Refunds, reimbursements, bonuses, and blessings that seemed delayed are about to arrive without warning. Opportunities you did not chase are now chasing you. Doors you never knocked on are swinging open. Contracts are being signed with your name on them. Promotions are being released in your direction. Partnerships are being formed that will increase your influence and multiply your resources. The speed of this overflow will shock you. Yesterday, you may have been counting pennies, and tomorrow, you will be managing plenty. Yesterday, you may have wondered how to cover the need, and tomorrow, the need will already be met with more to spare. This is what happens when heaven accelerates your life. Time itself is being redeemed, and years of struggle are being overturned in moments of favor. Feel the imagery in your spirit, the sound of rushing waters, the flood of blessings overtaking every dry place. Your hands will not be able to contain it. Your home will not feel the same, because abundance will flow through its walls. The very atmosphere around you is shifting into increase. You will wake up with good news. You will receive calls that change your life. You will encounter divine connections that lead to financial breakthroughs beyond your imagination. This overflow is not just for survival. It is not just enough to pay what you owe. This is more than enough. Abundance that spills over. Blessing that cannot be contained. Prosperity that pours into every area of your life. It is sudden, it is supernatural, and it is unstoppable. No delay, no opposition, no resistance can hold back what heaven has commanded to be released. Do not doubt when you see the first signs. Do not hesitate when the first blessing appears. That is only the beginning. One wave of overflow will follow another. Favor will chase favor. Provision will stack upon provision. The season of little is gone, and the season of plenty has come. This is the sudden overflow, fast, fierce, and undeniable. Prepare yourself, because you are about to live in the reality of more than enough. You are stepping from drought into flood, from empty into overflow, and nothing will ever be the same again. There are always signs before the blessing fully manifests. Just as clouds gather before the rain, heaven gives you signals before the outpouring of wealth. If you pay attention, you will see the evidence that your season has shifted. These are not coincidences. These are prophetic indicators that money is moving toward you. One of the first signs is strange favor. Doors open where you did not even knock. People you barely know begin to extend help, resources, and opportunities. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, with no explanation but divine alignment. Favor is heaven's announcement that wealth is on the way. Another sign is unusual opportunities. Invitations begin to appear that were never available before. Conversations lead to open doors. What seemed impossible suddenly becomes accessible. Ideas flow with clarity, and solutions come to you easily. The very atmosphere feels as though it is pushing you forward into success. These opportunities are not accidents. They are evidence of divine transfer. There is also the inner sign, peace, replacing anxiety. Where you once worried about money, you now feel a strange calm even before the breakthrough arrives. That peace is not denial. It is prophetic assurance that heaven has already settled your provision. It is the Spirit whispering to you, "It is done." And then come the sudden open doors, emails, phone calls, meetings, and connections that shift everything in an instant. The kind of doors you could not force open by yourself suddenly swing wide. These are markers that your name is being mentioned in places of influence, that wealth is actively being directed toward you. Recognize these signs for what they are. Confirmation. Do not dismiss them as luck, chance, or coincidence. They are divine fingerprints, proof that you are in the season of abundance. When you see strange favor, rejoice. When opportunities multiply, give thanks. When peace settles in your spirit, stand firm. When sudden doors open, walk through them boldly. You are not guessing. You are not wishing. The signs are clear. Wealth is coming. Abundance is near. Heaven has already moved, and the evidence is manifesting in your life right now. Wealth does not arrive by accident. Abundance is not the product of chance. It is the fruit of faith. Heaven's resources are drawn to the believer whose heart is aligned with trust in God. Faith is the invisible key that unlocks the visible overflow. Without it, doors remain closed. With it, heavenly vaults swing wide. Your belief is not a passive thought, it is an active force. When you choose to believe that God has destined you for more, you position yourself for miracles. When you refuse to bow to fear and doubt, you step into the atmosphere where provision flows. Faith is the bridge between promise and possession. It takes what heaven has decreed and pulls it into your reality. This is why your posture matters. A fearful heart repels abundance, but a believing heart attracts it. When you give thanks before the blessing arrives, you are watering the soil of your breakthrough. When you declare, "I will not lack," even when your account looks empty, you are aligning with heaven's decree. Faith is not denial of circumstance. It is dominance over circumstance. It speaks what God has spoken, and it refuses to let go until manifestation comes. Obedience is also part of faith. To trust God is to act on His instruction. Sometimes He will nudge you to sow, to give, or to step through a door that feels risky. These are not tests meant to break you. They are invitations to multiply you. Every act of obedience is a seed that guarantees harvest. The vault of abundance is not opened by human striving, but by faith-filled obedience. Hear this clearly. Your financial overflow is not dependent on the economy, your job, or your background. It is dependent on your faith. God has already commanded wealth to move in your direction, but faith is the magnet that draws it near. Doubt pushes it away. Belief pulls it closer. Right now, decide to believe. Stand firm in the promise. Align your heart, your words, and your actions with heaven's decree. As you do, you will see doors unlock, resources flow, and abundance manifest. Your faith is the activator. Your belief is the key. The vaults of heaven are open, and your faith will bring the wealth into your hands. Abundance does not come to the one who waits in silence. It comes to the one who obeys in urgency. Heaven is speaking now, not tomorrow, not next year. There is a divine command upon your life in this very moment. Act, move, step forward. Hesitation is the thief of miracles. Delay is the graveyard where blessings are buried, but obedience, immediate faith-filled obedience, is the key that opens the door to your appointed financial breakthrough. God does not release wealth into idle hands. He pours it into hands that are stretched out, ready to build, ready to give, ready to sow. The Spirit is whispering to you right now, urging you to take steps you have postponed for too long. That business idea you've shelved, pick it up. That seed you've been afraid to release, sow it. That opportunity you've doubted, step into it. Heaven is aligning resources, but you must move to meet them. There is a divine countdown taking place. The angels assigned to your abundance are not waiting forever. They are moving on the word of the Lord, and they are waiting for your response. If you stand still, the flow slows. If you hesitate, the door begins to close. But if you step forward, even trembling, the heavens will back your move with supernatural favor. This is why the Spirit says, do not procrastinate, do not linger in fear. The moment you act in faith, the moment you obey the nudge of God, you shift from waiting for miracles to walking in them. What you have been praying for is already in position, but it requires your movement to collide with it. Do not miss your appointed hour. The command is clear, the urgency undeniable. Act boldly, act faithfully, act now. Your obedience is the signal that tells heaven you are ready. And when heaven knows you are ready, nothing can stop the flood of provision from rushing into your life. The countdown is almost complete, and your miracle awaits your movement. You have been mocked. You have been underestimated. You have been dismissed by those who could not see the greatness inside you. They whispered behind your back. They laughed at your struggles. They counted you out because of your lack. But hear this prophetic word. The same mouths that mocked you will be silenced when God's abundance overtakes your life. Your rise will not be hidden. It will not be quiet. It will not be in the shadows. God is preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies. They will watch, and they will not be able to deny what the Lord has done. Your increase will be so visible, your overflow so undeniable, that even those who doubted you will have no choice but to admit, truly, the hand of God is upon your life. This is vindication, not the kind that comes from pride or revenge, but the kind that comes from divine justice. For too long you were the borrower, the struggler, the one who seemed to always come last. But now, by decree of heaven, you will be the lender, the builder, the one who walks in abundance. And the very ones who thought you would never rise will be forced to watch your elevation. Do not fear their opinions. Do not shrink because of their stares. Your blessing is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to shine as a testimony. God is making your life a billboard of His glory. Every breakthrough you step into will be a loud declaration that the God who lifts the lowly has chosen you. And when your enemies see your new season, they will be silent. Their mockery will turn into shock. Their gossip will dry up in their mouths. Some will even come back to you in humility, asking for help, asking for advice, asking to be connected to the same God who has raised you. This is your vindication. This is your moment. No enemy, no critic, no skeptic can stop what God has already decreed over your life. Picture this. The stack of unpaid bills that once haunted you is now cleared with a single stroke. No more juggling due dates. No more choosing between survival and dreams. You pay with ease, and peace fills your home. The heavy burden that pressed down on your chest for years has lifted, and for the first time, you can breathe freely. This is the life God is ushering you into. Imagine walking into stores and no longer glancing at price tags with fear. You purchase what you need, and even what you desire, without guilt or hesitation. Not because you are reckless, but because God has shifted you from scraping to abundance. You are no longer calculating survival. You are experiencing overflow. See your family transformed by this breakthrough. Your children no longer asking why certain things are impossible. Instead, you are able to say yes. Yes to education. Yes to opportunities. Yes to dreams you once thought were unreachable. You become the pillar that uplifts your household, the one who changes the narrative of your bloodline. Picture your table filled, your home radiant with joy. Laughter replaces arguments over lack. Unity replaces stress caused by scarcity. The atmosphere shifts. Peace reigns where tension once lived. Every corner of your life begins to reflect the glory of divine provision. And it does not stop with your family. You step into the ability to fund your dreams, the projects, businesses, and visions that were waiting for resources. No longer delayed, no longer postponed. The ideas God planted in you can finally take form. You move from dreaming to building, from wishing to living. This is the transformation of your lifestyle, from weight to freedom, from fear to joy, from scarcity to abundance. You will live in the kind of ease that allows you to focus on purpose rather than problems. You will wake up not with anxiety but with excitement for what the day holds. The financial storm is ending, and the season of peace, provision, and overflow is beginning. You must understand this truth. The wealth that is coming to you is not just for your comfort, it is for your calling. God does not release abundance merely to decorate your life with luxury, but to position you as a vessel of impact. The money that flows into your hands carries an assignment, a divine mission that reaches beyond your household and touches the world. Your breakthrough is not random. It is strategic. Heaven has entrusted you with resources so that you may be a channel, not just a container. You are called to fund visions, to sow into lives, to lift up the broken, and to transform the environment around you. Your abundance is a weapon against darkness. It builds schools, feeds the hungry, rescues the oppressed, and empowers those who thought life had forgotten them. You are chosen to be more than rich. You are chosen to be significant. When you step into overflow, you are not only rising for yourself, but for generations who will drink from the well of your obedience. The blessings that fill your life are designed to spill over, to overflow into the lives of those who could not reach for themselves. Understand this clearly. Every dollar, every opportunity, every open door is a trust from God. And as you use it with wisdom, As you align your abundance with His will, the flow will never stop. Those who hoard see their wealth rot, but those who give see their resources multiply. You are stepping into a cycle of endless replenishment because you are not holding it for yourself. You are releasing it for purpose. This is why you could not remain in lack. This is why poverty could not hold you forever, because your mission required abundance and your destiny demanded provision. From this moment forward, every increase in your life carries meaning. Every promotion carries a purpose. Every overflow carries an assignment. You are not just living in wealth, you are living in mission. And as long as you walk in that mission, you will never lack again. Hear this and let it settle deep within your spirit. From this moment forward, you are marked for unstoppable wealth. Heaven has issued its decree, and no earthly force can overturn it. The time of delay has expired, the season of waiting has ended, and the era of manifestation has begun. You will not chase money. Money will be drawn to you. You will not beg for opportunity. Opportunity will beg for you. This is not mere inspiration. This is a prophetic seal. The heavens have signed your name upon the scroll of abundance, and the ink cannot be erased. You have been set apart, distinguished, and ordained for financial elevation. What others labor for with sweat and struggle will flow to you by divine ease. This is not by luck, not by chance, but by the eternal plan of God. From now on, doors that were locked will swing open at your approach. Resources that were hidden will rise to the surface. Connections that seemed impossible will align with your destiny. You are not walking into a trickle of blessing. You are walking into a flood. Every valley of lack in your life is being filled. Every desert is turning into fertile ground. And every dry place is bursting forth with streams of provision. Mark this day, because it is the turning point of your financial destiny. You will look back and say, "That was the moment everything changed. Heaven has spoken, and earth must obey." The angels of provision are dispatched, carrying what belongs to you. The vaults of heaven are open, and no power of hell can shut them again. Stand tall, for you are the chosen one. Step boldly, for your inheritance is secure. Walk with confidence, for the word of God over your life cannot return void. This is the final prophecy of abundance. You will never lack money again. Hear this final word and let it burn into your spirit. You will never lack money again. Say it aloud. Declare it over your home, over your family, over your future. You will never lack money again. This is not a suggestion, not a possibility, but a prophecy sealed by heaven itself. Every time lack tried to define you, that season is now erased. Every time debt tried to bind you, that chain is now broken. Every time you feared not having enough, that fear is silenced forever. From now on, provision will chase you, opportunities will overtake you, and wealth will rest in your hands. You will never lack money again. Say it until it becomes the rhythm of your heart. You will never lack money again. When you wake up in the morning, let it be the first thought that rises in your spirit. When you lay your head down at night, let it echo as a lullaby from heaven. You are chosen, you are marked, you are sealed, and you will never lack money again. This is your identity now. No longer the struggler, no longer the borrower, no longer the overlooked. You are the lender, the blessed, the favored, the chosen one. You stand under an open heaven, and your portion cannot be stolen. Repeat it again, let it ring in your soul. You will never lack money again. Now is the time to align with this word. Do not let doubt rob you of your destiny. Do not let fear delay your breakthrough. Act, believe, step boldly, and stay connected. Stay under the sound of prophetic declaration, because every word you receive waters the seed of abundance in your life. As you leave this moment, you do not leave empty. You leave carrying a mantle of provision. You leave walking into overflow. You leave with a word that will follow you into every room, every transaction, every opportunity. You will never lack money again. This is the prophecy. This is the seal. This is your inheritance. From this day forward, walk with faith, walk with courage, walk with expectation. For heaven has spoken, and earth must obey. You are chosen, you are blessed, and you will never lack money again.